They can hear me. They can hear you.
They can hear us speaking words.
I see. I see things.
It feels like we can be heard.
Oh, gasp.
Okay, and I can hear things too. That's good. That means like everything's being transmitted properly.
Oh, you turn the volume down on that.
Whoa, I put on the. Sorry. No. Turned
Were
on the
you
volume for the
looping?
stream for a second, and I was like, what is this life?
Is this the real life?
We're live, by the way.
Yeah. This is
We are live.
riveting entertainment.
Hey. The last time I was on stream was months ago.
Well, let me get this started then. Hello, everybody. I am the Big Bouncy. As you may know, welcome to our very first ever game of Tales Under a Starless Sky. If you are on this channel, you already know it's my channel. Welcome to it. You can find me on Twitter at the Big Bouncy, and that's about it. And you can find me at YouTube under the Big Bouncy. But be careful when you search, because apparently that's not the top listed item when you search that. I'll let you worry about that now. But yeah, allow me to introduce my wonderful players who have decided to make themselves guinea pigs for my enjoyment. We're going to start with ladies first. Kay, would you be so kind as introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Kate, also known as Undead K on the interwebs. You can find me on Twitter, all jazz, nonsense, whatever. I will be playing Miri Vakri, also known as Miri. I don't know. Yeah.
Quick, hot potato. Throw it to someone else.
Bardic, take it.
Hello, everybody. This is normally when oh god, it's been a while since I've not been the DM. This is strange. Hi, I am the Bardic Knock. You can find me on various platforms over the internet, such as Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all under the Bardic Knock. I do stuff. I was gonna say, like, I create content, but I don't think that you can call what I do content.
I mean, according to your calendar, your most of it is actually created by others. You're just part of it.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, go look me up on Twitter. There's a stream schedule I hope to stick to. So that's me. That's what I do. And tonight, and hopefully other nights, if they don't die, I will be playing Jacques Oolatrez, or Owlatrede. I haven't figured out how to pronounce his name. I just wrote it down. But they just go by Jack. And yeah. See, now Jack, he well, I'm just a farmer, and that's what I do, a farm. That's
All right.
Now, do you want me to throw a ball?
Hot potato, throw it somewhere.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll get this little footy ball, and I'll lob it on to Rin there.
All right, hey, name's Rin, demigod of chaos here. I am going to be playing Kotsu, samurai. You can find me nowhere, for I do not truly exist.
Then how are you a demigod if you don't exist?
Don't
Don't
worry about
worry
it.
about
You're
it.
asking
way
too many questions.
It's the same way the Chaos Gods work.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
All right, tossing it your way.
Alright, fine. Hi, everybody. I'm Nick. I go by Strider Winters on most things, but for some reason on Twitter, I have it as my other alias, which is Nikias Rotor. But, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're not going to find me pretty much anywhere just because I don't use social media. But if you know me, you know I'm on Discord. I'm always available. I am going to be playing the Goliath War Cleric, Lysias Beoric. And he's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to actually get to play him. That is it. Bouncy, I think we're ready.
Oh no, that was everybody. Now it's back to me. All the pressure. Oh no.
Pressure.
rushing down on me. Gonna get
Copyright.
Alrighty, let me see here. Get my notes ready. Alright, so if we're all ready to get started, we shall begin. Alright, my friends. We're going to start our tale off in the city of Neednir, a small trade city in the southern part of the empire known as Solvan. All of you have chosen to start with the criminal beginning. So we're going to start you there. Underneath Nidnir, in a small hidden tavern run by the local gangs, you all gather. You all are relatively low rank in this sort of guild. Not all of you have proven yourselves to be effective yet, that kind of setup. And you're waiting at this point to be part of any real big job that'll really get you paid. So you are down here in the tavern, underground. What are you doing?
Having no
You know, I
idea
obviously
why I'm
have
here.
a tavern.
No, that
Well,
sounds incredibly accurate for Jacques.
Yeah,
It does.
Jack, he's just like, don't rightly know what I'm doing here, but hello, I'm Jack.
Pleasure to meet you, Jack.
Oh,
Lysius.
oh, I do. What are we doing here? Like,
I no idea. I was told to come here, and I'm here now.
all right, one of them lads. You get given orders, you show up, you do the things. Whatever society tells you to do, you just rock on up. You know, I used to be
No,
like you. Oh no.
Not entirely. More just want a good fight. You understand?
Oh. I ain't had much of a scrapping in a while. Not since I was wee. But, you know. I can understand the drive to do such a thing. Well, look, I think someone more interesting's over there.
Kalashtar woman kind of looks over. Did I hear something about a fight?
Hey,
I hope.
Oh,
At this
Yeah,
point,
no-
you guys hear from the bar from the dwarven barkeeper. Aye, now there'll be no fighting in my bar. You know the rules. You throw hands, you get thrown out. Understand?
Right, that's why I usually take him out first. And we fight on the street and come back in and have a beer when we're done. You know how it
fight,
goes.
but you get the guards involved and you bring them down here. I'm gonna have words with you myself. You understand me, boy?
Aye.
are we allowed to?
All right.
Are we allowed to throw mugs, if not hands?
You
What
break
about bar
my mug,
stools?
and I'm going. You break my bar stool, and I'm gonna put my boot so far up your rear end that your grandchildren are gonna taste leather for the next 3 generations. You understand me?
What if it's just my own mug? I got a whole bunch of stuff. I can throw that instead. Is that allowed?
You see him look at a moment like confused, then it switched to thinking. Then he stops and he bends down behind the counter, and you hear it rustling around like the flipping of pages. He pokes his head back up, giving you a look, and just says, "There's nothing in the rules against it, I guess.
What
But
is
be
it?
careful what you're doing."
What does careful mean?
Are you
It means don't kill whatever you're throwing at.
Don't. When you throw the mug, don't break any of the other rules. That's what it means.
Is there any way we can get like a big book that says the rules on it? So you know.
He disappears back behind the bar again, and just a moment later, he comes up with this huge book and just boom, right there on the bar. It's right here. Says the rules in 17 different languages. It does.
I can only read one.
Well, that sucks for you.
Alright. I might go have a little peruse of all this then.
Well, you're more than welcome to it, but you damaged the book, and I get to take your fingers off.
I like having fingers. What?
Then don't damage the book.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start staring at my fingers, very confused. I'm attached to them.
Ah, would you
Won't be if you damage the book.
you wanna have a little gander? Or there? It looks to be another more interesting person.
Coke, you see a armored, masked, hooded figure off to the side, not paying attention to anything that's going on, just cleaning his katana.
You mean that fool over there? He's just minding his own business. You really think he'll want to fight?
Oh no, but you know, you don't always have to be looking for a scrap like. So I do.
As
Tell a gladiator what when and where he shouldn't be looking for a fight.
as you guys are having this discussion, who has the highest passive perception from all of you?
And I can tell you, mine is a 12.
I got a 13.
I got a
So
14.
not me.
I think mine's 13. Oh no, mine will be
I got-
11. No, I lie, because mine is. I have one for
Not-
everything.
Not everything is 13.
No.
So,
Damn it!
Rin, your character would be the one to notice this first, as you see a red, what looks to be a flopping red triangle poking in the air, and you hear ever so faintly the tiny voice going, "Swiggle, swiggle, 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 swiggle," and then suddenly from behind a table pops up a red kobold head that goes, "Snoop!" and he's holding up a gold coin.
Kokuzu sheathes his blade and walks over to him.
The kobold looks up at you holding the coin, just looking so excited. "Hi, how are you?" And he's just smiling the biggest smile.
Fun.
You, being part of the guild by now, you would recognize this as Swiggle Snoots, the tiny red kobold wearing a boot for clothing. He's known as the local gopher for the guild. Kind of well liked, and the rule is if it's on the floor and Swiggle Snoot finds it, Swiggle Snoot keeps it. What's your character's name again?
Kotsu.
Coach Snoot. Swiggle Snoot slowly looks you up and down for a moment, slowly looks up at you and goes, "Are you Kotsu?"
Yes.
"Oh, good. The boss was looking for you. He wanted to. And for a moment, he starts chewing on the coin, looking confused as if was lost in thought. "Oh yeah, he wants to have words with you and some of the other new people. He might have a job for you. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. A job. Are you interested in the job? Maybe.
If it pays well enough.
Pay. I like getting paid. I like paid. Right, paid. Yeah. He didn't tell me paid. He didn't tell me paid. He just said job. I'm supposed to find you and those other three new the new crazy people. You know where the other three new crazy people are?
I think that might be me, lad. And
Maybe. Are you crazy?
Some people
Crazy's
say
relative.
yes.
Kotsu nods.
I reckon I've just gotten like.
At this point, he reaches up and he pulls the toe of the boot open, and he reaches inside of it and he pulls out a small notebook and then closes the toe of the boot back. Are you Jock?
Jack. Hey.
Jack. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't read. And he turns it around and he holds up a picture, and it looks like the ball in the jacks, like the game you play, like a jack with a sock on the spot, one of the spikes. You know, Jack Sock. I need to erase the sock. So it's just Jack then. Okay. And you must be uh, Lice Dinosaur. And he turns and he holds up a picture to Lysias, and it looks like a really good drawing of a of a louse, but it also looks like a dinosaur, like his spines on the back and like a stegosaurus tail. I don't know how to describe this besides Lice Dinosaur. Is that you? Are you Lice Dinosaur?
I am Lysias. I haven't been called Lysi in a long time.
Lysias. Let's look at a Lice Dinosaur. And I don't even know what your name is because he didn't draw a picture. He put words, and I can't read. And he turns the thing around, and it's the word Kalistar, and it's a word, but apparently the kobold really can't read.
The 6-foot-tall woman is going to lean over, examine the book. Ah, yes. My name's Miri. Hi.
Miri. Oh, okay. Miri. A mirror with, I don't know what would go with that. I'll have to think about that. Well, okay. But yeah, the boss, Mr. Vixel, he had a job for you all. I don't know the details of the job, but if you want to go see him, see. Where was
Come
I
on,
going?
lad, you got it.
What? Got what? Got what? What do I got? I have a coin. I have a coin. And he holds
I
up that
think-
gold coin he found on the floor.
I
I.
think you broke him.
Kosu's going to
Broke?
sigh and proceed to head towards where the boss is.
Oh, bye. Bye then.
I
I have a question. If I share an image of Swiggle Snoop, can you share that picture?
I can figure it out.
Wait, don't
There
we
is
have
a way
picture
to
of
do
Swiggle
it.
Snoot already? We do.
Well, we do. The stream
If-
does not.
I'd have thought about it. I would have shared
Posted.
it sooner.
I can very quickly make that happen. Yes. 1 second. If I
Excellent.
do that, oh goodness me, hang on. So if I say that, and then
I mean, I already posted it in the chat. Anyone clicks the link, they'll find it.
if I say that,
You and your logic.
and I say that, and then if I say that, okay, and then I click okay, yeah, Bouncy, share the picture in our little chat, and it should be on the screen.
Excellent. Un momento.
I got it.
Yep, that's it. That's the one.
There.
It's not a great picture. Oh wait, I can just do that. Ha
Push
ha
the-
ha! I am
Yes.
genius.
Swiggle Snoot. Behold, the mighty Swiggle Snoot. He's adorable.
He's absolutely adorable, and I love him.
Yes.
And I hope this is not the last time we'll see him.
I
Maybe.
hope nothing happens.
It's
Nothing
quite
bad
possible.
happens.
If you kill Swiggle Snoot session 0, I'm killing. I will drop this campaign so fast.
This is off to a great start.
So does anyone else want to interact with Swiggle Snoot, or are you going to follow Kotsu to the
Right.
boss's door?
As
Because at
we
this
start,
Swiggle Snoot is chewing on his notebook and staring at the gold coin.
to leave, I want to boop his snoot.
You boop
And-
his snoot, and his arms fall to his side, and he just stares forward, just like completely blank face, like what just happened.
Jack will, he's not. Jack. They want to crouch down, but they also go, that's probably a bit patronizing, so I won't. I'll think about doing it, but I won't. But he'll look down and take a look at Swiggle Snoot's Kalishtar thing. He goes, Adi, so lad, what you could do, right? A mirror that's eerie.
At this point,
Oh.
Swiggle Snoot is still staring straight forward, like he did when Miri booped his snoot.
I'm going to start waving my hand in front of his face.
No
Are you
reaction.
in there? Hello? Hello?
No reaction. Suddenly,
I
he
think I
blinks,
broke him.
shakes his head like, wait, what happened? What? Ooh, I have a gold coin. Where did this come from? And he starts chewing on the gold coin again.
Okay, then. On that note, it was lovely to meet you. Goodbye.
Oh, nice to meet you. Bye. Don't die.
Uh,
Have a good one, mate.
Say
And
what?
have a good one, mate. And
You
Jack will
too.
start walking off.
And suddenly Swiggle Snoot drops back down to all fours and starts walking on the floor.
wait.
Tail sticking up in the air and waving. He goes, swiggle, 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 swiggle. Just looking around the floor for anything at all.
Okay. All right.
Poor
Have-
Lacey didn't interact with the cutest character.
I know.
All I
The-
want to do in my life.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it anyways. The 7'7" Goliath man just like crouches down and just like,
Swiggle Snoot
You
walks
coming
right
with
up to
us?
your face on the floor and just looks up at you and goes, no. And he resumes what he's doing. Someday this
Okay.
character will be in a campaign, by the way, as a player.
fantastic.
Okay.
Okay. Later.
Bye! Swiggle, 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 swiggle.
Swiggle, swiggle. Wiggle, swiggle, swiggle.
All right, so
How is this person part of a thieves guild where everywhere he goes, he just says his own name?
he's the gopher. He doesn't have any rank. He's the gopher.
Okay, let's say they can't exactly be particularly good for stealth, or at least
You know what? I'll tell you what.
maintaining anonymity.
If you want, you can roll a history check to see if you know anything about Swiggle Snoot.
All right,
I would love to roll a history.
I have a +1.
I have a plus
thought?
nothing.
I also have a +1. Ooh, I got an 18.
An 18. Jack, what did you get?
Oh.
It.
I got a 7.
Hang on, I need to start writing down this stuff.
I
What?
got a nat 20 for 23.
First roll of the game.
Yeah.
All right, so Jack, Miri, you know nothing of Swiggle Snoot. He's a part of the guild. That's all you know.
That's fine. I don't know a lot of things anyway.
Lysias, you've heard that Swiggle Snoot has a special sort of usefulness that no one really talks about. You do know there's the rule. If it's on the floor and Swiggle Snoot finds it, it belongs to Swiggle Snoot. You also know this rule is very heavily enforced. Like, if anybody starts to go against it, multiple members of the guild will rise up against that individual. But you aren't sure why.
I drop a piece of bread on the floor.
He zooms over and grabs it, and just as he grabs it, he goes, Snoot! And he starts gnawing on it. Rin, I'm going to message you real quick with the information that Nat 20 gives you.
That
Me.
was
That was
me.
that
yeah.
was
I got
me.
an 18, not a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, Rin got that information. Nick, I'm going to message you with what Nat 20 got you.
Cool. Let's see.
Okay, so while I'm bouncing that, I'm gonna fill some airtime. So, what is it that we actually do here? Because I just stumbled on in.
Something about a man wants a job done, and we're the ones to do it. It's about all the information I have.
Oh, no. I understand that much, like. I mean, like, this whole thing, you know, there's lots
Like
of...
life?
Well, no, that's a much deeper question. It's more like... You know, there's lots of secret rooms and meetings, and... Is what we're doing illegal?
Don't think about it too much.
There we go. That's what you
What?
know.
What is legal in one place may or may not be legal in another. So what does it matter?
I feel like we're getting into some very deep like existential
Jack has
things.
never contemplated this in their entire life. He's gone, weird.
Are you guys having this discussion as you walk towards the boss's office?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right,
like
as
that
you-
info, by the way.
Good info. As you near the office is pretty easy to find. It's the one room in here that isn't the tavern. In the back, there's this huge oak door. Like this is an 8-foot oak door, and it's about 5 feet wide, and this sucker is sturdy looking. It's a red oak. It's got uh, carvings and inlay of gold and various other metals, and it is bound with metal bars that you can see. Flanking this door is actually, to one side of this door is the boss's personal guard, a very large, very angry-looking Triton warrior.
It's not exactly subtle like, is it?
Mm-mm.
The guy is he's 7 foot tall, and he's a lionfish Triton, holding a trident over his shoulder as he stands next to the door, just looking at y'all as you approach. What is it you want?
Boss wanted to see us.
Boss wanted to see the rookies, did he?
So said Swiggle Snoot.
So says Swiggle Snoot. Swiggle Snoot says a lot of things. Let me check the roast.
He had a book with our names in it, or rather pictures of our names.
Well, he
Alright,
didn't
that
have a
sounds-
picture of me, but that's fine. It's fine.
Alright, that sounds like Swiggle Snoot. Let me see if the boss is busy, yeah? He turns away and he opens the door and steps inside, closing it in your face. Stays like that for about a minute before he opens it again and steps out real quick in a hurry. Boss is with someone at the moment, but he said you can come on in if you want. He's just about to wrap up his. Keep your weapons sheathed, yeah? I'd hate to have to come in and put you down. Understood?
Lysias just kind of looks at the warhammer hanging on his shoulder, like, this doesn't have a sheath, but okay.
You know what I mean, you great big moon.
Jack gestures to the pitchfork and the longbow and the sword, like just covered in crap.
Oh, I get it. You're a bunch of smartasses, I see.
No, I'm
Uh,
slightly above average.
Kotu is already walking ahead, by the way. Kotu walked in the moment he said he could.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk in behind and just kind of pat my great ass.
Just a little tip there, lad. At least not for you, more for your boss man. You maybe have some kind of like personal assistant or something, because you shouldn't be scheduling so many meetings back to back. You gotta take breaks for your sen.
You'll understand when you go inside.
That sounds
Alright.
that sounds ominous.
Get on it.
So have a good one.
Kotsu, and as you are the first two going in, you step in just in time to see the boss bring a hammer down onto somebody's hand. With a crack of bones breaking. The guy is sitting there with a wooden pole in his mouth, biting down on it, trying not to scream out. In the room, you see two men. One is a short individual, rather nondescript, little bit of a scruffy beard, wearing black. You recognize him as just one of the petty street thugs. The other man you recognize as your boss, Luther Vixel, the man who runs the local thieves guild. He's a tall, relatively handsome man, bald, like completely 100% shaved bald head, thin pencil mustache, impeccably well dressed with a small, mostly decoration blue cape hanging off of one shoulder. Currently holding the man's hand on the desk with one hand and holding a work hammer with the other hand. Ah, you're all here. Wonderful. I'm glad you could make it and that Swiggle Snoot was able to find you perfectly well. Isn't that right? We're glad to see them, Mr. Nichols. At which point the man whose hand was just smashed nods, not saying a word, still biting on the piece of wood. You see, I was just here having a talk with Mr. Nichols about failing me on a job that I had given him, which I thought was rather simple to have. Unfortunately, things seem to be a bit more complicated, according to Mr. Nichols here, than I had initially thought it would be. So why don't you all four come take a seat while Mr. Nichols here goes and ices this hand of his? How does that sound, Mr. Nichols? Yes, Jack.
Uh, little question here, mate.
Yes.
Are we the baddies?
Is that out of character or in character?
No, in character.
Bad is such a subjective term.
I was about to say so myself.
Sends Mr. Nichols out of the room, and he puts the hammer down. Bad. I wouldn't say we're bad. I'd say we're chaotic neutral, if I were to use that phrasing. We're in it for ourselves. We're not necessarily bad. We don't want to hurt anybody. We just want to do what's good for us and our own. And in this instance, your job is doing what's good for me and my interests. Yes, Miri, you don't have to hold up your hand. This isn't summer school.
If your interest isn't hurting anybody, why did you smash the hammer? Just morbid curiosity here.
We do have to maintain standards. Put that hand down, or I'm going to use the hammer again.
Just had a little question. What's a school?
Is
So they teach you things.
Kosu sits down and just
You
kind of
mean-
rests his
you mean the
head
farm?
in his hand.
That's where I learned.
Yeah,
All right, farm
sure.
boy, farm boy. Look at me, farm boy. Look at me.
I
Sit down and be quiet, okay? Don't ask anymore. I'm gonna break this game.
I was just gonna ask, like, so should I keep all my questions to the end? Should I make
Yes.
notes or?
Yes, keep all your questions until the end, and if you interrupt me again, I'm going to hit you with this hammer.
Do you have a pencil?
Understand me?
You don't have a pencil amongst all that shit?
You see Mr. Vixel reach over ever so slowly, staring at Jack, and grab an ink fountain with a quail pen and just slowly slide it towards Jack.
Right, Tar. Jack pulls out the rattiest looking book you have ever seen. It looks like he dug it out of the ground. Dusts off the front. On the front, it's got like some generic spellbook name. Wizarding 101 for complete morons.
You see Mr. Vixel just reach up and just start rubbing the bridge of his nose.
Kosu is also rubbing where his temples would be.
I have the most neurotic staff I could ever ask for. It's wonderful. It really is. Anyway,
Okay. I'm ready.
I have a job for you. So, as you may or may not know, we sometimes take jobs from people who can't really partake in certain escapades themselves, if you will. We currently have a job to steal an item. This item I thought was going to be an easy nab. Apparently, it's guarded. So your job is to go into the facility, get the item, and get out and bring it back to me. Do you understand?
Seems simple enough.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do we have to do it quiet, like?
I don't care how you get it done. Just don't bring it back on me or the guild, and get it done. I will leave the details up to you. I don't need to know them. All right?
Got it. No witnesses.
Don't hear that. I don't hear that at all. Plausible deniability. I didn't hear jack about that.
I don't think you heard Jack either. He's been quiet because you told him to.
I'm going to hit you with the hammer next.
I'll hit you back!
You see
Threaten me,
Mr.
sir?
Vixel, you see Mr. Vixel just stop. And slowly his eyes trail over to you and say, "You threaten me in my establishment again, young man. And I will put your body in so many pieces across this empire that there's not a cleric alive that'll be able to bring you back. Do you understand me?"
I wasn't threatening. I was offering a good fight, like you offered me.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Have you ever heard of anger management?
I have. I shot my anger management coach.
Okay.
Now, on to the job. It's really simple. It really is. There is a small clay orb you have to go steal. It's about the size of a grapefruit. It's got these carvings all around it. It slides and turns, and you just have to go get it. All right? Now for the catch. It is currently sitting in the personal collection of one of the city's officials. Do you know of Mr. Cider? You guys can roll a history check real quick to see if you know of Mr. Cider.
Mhm.
Nope. Oh wait, I forgot to add my plus.
Wait, why didn't it?
You're +1, Rin.
Yeah, it's important.
Hey,
I
Jack might know.
There we go.
Okay, so since there's not a dice roll on screen, we should actually read out what these are. So Rin got a 6, Nick got a 6, I got a 19, and Kay got a 12.
All right. Jack and Miri, you know who Mr. Cider is. He is, for the city of Nidnir, he is the, pardon me, he is the district manager. He is the districting manager. He's the guy who handles how the town is laid out. He handles where the districts are. He handles gerrymandering.
So he's the DM. Got it.
You have disadvantage on your next roll. But yeah, basically, he's kind of known to be a tool. He does his job not very well, easily bought off. He draws the lines over and over again. He's a tool, known to enjoy a personal collection of oddities. He's also known to be incredibly paranoid, and he's known to hire a local mercenary group to protect his collection of oddities. All right, so you guys know who Mr. Cider is? Yeah, you know where you're going?
Yeah, I had one more question.
Yes, what is your question?
Okay, so you said it's like this clay orb thing with like symbols and it turns and stuff, right?
Yes.
If you're so morally gray, why not just make something like that and pass? Just throwing that
Well,
out.
we have standards. I mean, if we start passing off fakes to our clients, we're not going to have very many clients in the future. Now, are we? We need
I
to
don't know
deliver
your
the
lifestyle.
goods.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that'll buy.
He takes a
Fake
deep breath
relics.
and he starts reaching up and just rubs the sides of his temples. We want to deliver the goods so we can get paid. The client has the means to tell if it's a fake or not. You understand?
Yep.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with a healthy curiosity, by the way.
Hmm.
Right. All right. I don't care anymore. You have your assignments. You're going to go get those assignments done. Do you understand me?
Kosu stands up, of course.
Finally, someone I can work with. A guy with a sense of duty. Now, why are you all still Why are you all still in my office?
Kosu
Shoot.
isn't in his office.
You literally
What?
just finished talking, and I'm gonna start getting up. But
What, Jack? What do you want?
Is now when I can start asking all my questions.
Are they related to the job?
Yeah. I was writing them down as you were talking. So
If they're related to the job, you can ask the question.
okay, so I'll just start at the top and work my way down. So
Make it quick. I'm a busy man.
what is an escapade? Do you just want me to read all of them all off, and then you'll answer them in one go, or should I, should we do like a call and return thing?
Get out. Get out.
Okay, my next question: what facility?
Get out.
Then why is your earring temperamental? Is it an elf issue? And have you tried
point-
de-waxing
this point-
candles?
The,
What is the orb? What
At
does it
this
do?
point,
What is a
bodyguard-
grapefruit? Who is our client? Can I ask questions yet? How are you?
You broke the DM.
And have you eaten today? Because you seem a bit angry.
About halfway through those questions, the bodyguard comes in and he grabs Jack by the scruff of his shirt and he starts dragging him out as he continues to ask these questions. Meanwhile,
As Jack is being
Vixel
dragged
just-
out, just flicking through his notebook, reading more
Just keeps
questions.
up reading things as he's being dragged away.
the door shuts behind you with Mr. Vixel reaching over and grabbing a glass bottle with an amber liquid in it.
It's good stuff. Walks out.
All right, you have your assignment. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna follow Katsu. He seems to know where the hell he's going.
He has no clue where he's going, but he's going.
With the door. I don't know. You go first. I'm just gonna dick around some more.
With my lovely 12 in history that gave me a name, would I have any idea as to where he lives?
Oh yeah, you
Oh, okay. Okay.
northern part of the city where most of the officials live. It is the gaudiest of houses.
Cool.
It is known to have these fake wooden flamingos, like they're painted pink and everything, stuck out in his yard. And there are these tiny glass gnomes that wear grass skirts, and it is the gaudiest place you've ever seen. People come to see this house just for the sheer gaudiness of it. You know exactly where it is.
Alright, I'll start heading that direction and kind of like herd
Question.
or try.
What's the layout of the city? Like, if one was to climb on top of a building, could they hop from the tops? Realistically.
To a certain point. In the southernmost part of the city, that's where a lot of the poorer parts of the city are, the slums, your guild, which has a lot about it. That's actually where a lot of the lower class individuals like to stay. It's cheaper there. And as you move further north, it becomes more of an affluent community with the shop district about halfway between the slums and the rich people.
So I'm
so you
gonna
could-
assume
you
that I
could
can
do
make
that.
it to the market.
You could probably make it to the market,
Yeah.
but you know that about halfway there, people might start calling the guards on you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He's just gonna walk then.
As you walk through the slums, there are plenty of people all around, sitting on street corners, begging, all sorts of stuff like that. You do see a few people going around and helping the beggars, mostly men and women in robes with a golden chain around their neck, holding a symbol that looks like a fire under a chevron.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can roll a religion check to know who these guys are.
I'm gonna roll everything.
Yeah, that's the point of this one.
Oh. Oh, one. I know nothing.
Miri knows nothing of religion
I
at all
got-
in this
yeah.
universe.
So those
Apparently
rolls,
not.
Those rolls for Lysius 14, for Kotsu 14, for Miri Nat 1 with a 3,
Three?
and for Jack a 12.
All right, everyone except Miri knows who these guys are. These guys are members of the Church of the Grandmother. The Church of the Grandmother, basically, the Grandmother is the goddess of goodness, basically. So these guys go around every day and they pass out food. They try and help heal people. They're basically trying to be good and be helpful to the people around them. Every city's got them. Every city's got these guys. There is the largest religion in the empire.
Kotsu
Dude.
will actively avoid them.
I'm gonna
Honestly, it kind of
actually-
makes sense for Mary not to know.
Lysaeus might actually hide his amulet of Gajamada.
Jack will just nod. Yeah, I do.
They wave to you as you pass by, and as you guys continue going north, the houses do become nicer. Uh, there aren't as many people asking for anything. Eventually, they disappear entirely. Oddly enough, about the same time that the active guard presence shows up. Wonder how that could correlate. Um, the Imperial Guards, you guys know who these guys are. Most of them wear heavy armor. You can't miss them because of their gleaming heavy armor and their large pikes that they carry with them everywhere. It's kind of a standard of the Imperial Guard. You know, probably a good idea to avoid them in most cases. Eventually, you make it to the market area. Guys, gonna do anything here?
Nah,
What time is it?
No,
Jazz.
not right.
It's late, isn't it?
It's actually about noon at this point.
In the market area, how many people are there selling fresh produce?
Roll a perception check.
I love how I literally just roll the same thing for everything.
1d20 plus 1.
Yeah, that is a 12.
There's 2 or 3 people selling produce. Some people selling meat. There's even a fishmonger, although judging by the state of his wares, he probably had this shipped in.
Well, Jack knows nothing about fish. Grain, vegetables, meat,
there's about-
butcher stuff. How does that stuff look? Jack's gonna go have a look at it. Does it look good quality? Does it look poor?
Roll a knowledge nature check for me.
Oh wait, I have proficiency in that. That's like one of the few things I do know.
You got proficiency?
For being a farmer, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Probably pretty good at animal handling too.
Yeah, they're the 2 things I have proficiency in.
that's fair.
That's a 22 for that nature check.
The meat, pretty average cut. I mean, this isn't a big city. It does have trade pass through it, but it's not exactly a trade hub. The produce is actually pretty good. It would appear that Gladys, the goddess of the harvest, was very kind this year, because the produce actually seemed to be in pretty good condition at all 3 of the produce stalls.
And, what are the prices like for them? Are they selling these at reasonable prices? Are the people here trying to rip people off?
They actually seem to be at a reduced price this year.
All right, and noticing that, Jack will take a moment. He'll stand by, and anyone who walks past will go, "Hey, sir, this is good, top quality. You should get it. It's on offer. It's good. Yeah, it's good for you."
Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay. So 11 or a 6.
You're going to get the 6. As you start doing that to people as they pass by, they give you this look for a moment of confusion, which melts into concern, and they hurry away.
Oh no!
Obviously,
No.
your attempts at talking up the stalls might be a little awkward to the average individual who doesn't know who you are.
Might be.
Jack will look
One
at
of
the
the
person and
stalls-
go,
one of the-
I'm sorry, mate. I thought I was open.
This is the owner of this stall is a short, heavy halfling woman who just stares at you with this look as if asking, "Why?" And she holds a watermelon that's almost as big as she is. She just shakes her head, looking at you.
Well,
Slowly.
I thought I'd try and help, but obviously I made everything a bit worse.
Fresh melons! Get your fresh melons here. They're grown fresh on my farm. They're almost as big as I am. Get out of here. You're ruining my
Yeah.
business. Get
No.
out of here.
Oi! Everyone, you should check out this lady's melons. They're massive. They're great. They're plump and juicy.
I knew that was coming.
Staring at you. Get out of here! You're ruining my look. And then you just see people just like look over at for a moment before just drifting
Well, I'm sorry, but
further and
Great
further.
melons.
Yeah.
Great melons back way.
Guards.
You should be proud of
Guard.
him. And that's my
Kosu-
cue to leave.
Just watching this whole thing on in horror of just like, Jack, if you want to help him, just pay for the food.
No. I've seen better melons, if I'm honest. My wife, ex-wife, she used to grow a fantastic set of melons.
I bet she did.
Kosu is proceeding on the mission.
Sorry.
going-
I'll talk to you later, melon lady. We've got to.
Let me check something real quick.
Jack.
Jack.
Just leave her alone.
Oh, I'm just trying to help.
Let me see. Is there a stat for navigation? Because
Survive. Oh, yeah.
Survival.
yeah, Kotsu, roll me a survival check at disadvantage, please.
Yay! I love disadvantage. Not bad. 13.
All right, you don't get lost, but you're not sure where you're going, as you don't know who Mr. Snyder is.
This is true.
I would imagine that I'm taking points since I actually know who this person is and where they live.
You'd like to
Yeah.
take that, but then Kotsu's just
But
walking
then-
on.
Yeah.
Kosu's got a
You're going
job
kind
to
of
do.
fast
Mm.
up
The
there.
sooner we
by
finish
the
the
way.
mission, the sooner we get paid.
That is a very good point.
Aye, but do you know where you're going?
I'll
Can
figure
someone
it out.
roll me an intelligence check real quick? Just one person.
Just general intelligence?
Just a general intelligence check for me.
Okay.
No, y'all don't want me.
I have a +1. Does anybody
Nice.
have better?
I
have
also have
+3.
a +1.
We're
Oh,
I have
there we
plus
go.
3.
Go with the +3.
Nah, 1. No.
There we
19.
go.
19.
It would have been funny though.
At no point did Mr. Vixol ever mention payments.
No, hold on.
That
Just
son of a
one
bitch!
second. Kotu
Ah,
turns.
I knew I forgot to ask something.
I'm just gonna turn around and go back.
Yeah,
Although
Kelsey's turning
if I'm
around.
honest, mates, I'm not really in this for the money. So,
I am.
Oh well, you can have mine because money it comes and goes. It's material. It's not that important, really.
Kotu holds his hand out.
Lysias.
I don't have any on me.
Mm.
Lysias,
Well,
roll a perception check for me.
21.
As this conversation is going on, you notice what appears to be a short column of guards, which are shoving past people going south. Which, guards aren't unusual, but this number of them moving in one direction together in this town, a little odd.
That's the perfect time.
For what? For us to take
Didn't-
the thing? Or for us to go
What
back?
I have an idea. What we do is we take the thing and then we don't give it to him until he pays.
Or we could just kill him before the conversation has an opportunity to start.
I mean, just a little observation from a fairly simple person here. That bunch of guards in South, we just came from
We just
South.
came from there.
This could be me hypothesizing and using meta gaming knowledge.
Metagaming.
But one could happily assume that since we were quite obviously, and it wasn't very secretive, in some kind of, criminal organization, perhaps that group of guards is in down there, so we might not have a job when we get back.
Well, they're lost.
I
You know,
guess we
that's just one fella's perception on events.
Then we sell it. And he continues to walk.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And right now,
Coach,
I'm really annoyed that I didn't get my questions answered about what does it do.
Well, we'll figure it out, or we can take it to some kind of mage. Maybe they'll know.
Oh, maybe my book will tell us. I can whip out my little wizarding book and we can have a gander. But that's for later.
I still don't understand
that old dusty
how you
thing?
know what metagame means. You don't know what escapade.
I'm a person of deep and varying knowledges, but in having such, I am also lacking in lots of areas.
I noticed.
It's that old Waldorf schooling.
Are y'all all heading north towards the manor of Mr. Cider? The Cider Manor?
Yep.
Yes.
I wonder if there'll be apples there.
Oddly enough, as you approach, there are indeed apple trees available past the large spiked iron gate.
See, interesting fact, cider has nothing to do with apples. Cider is just any kind of fermented beverage to do with fruits of different kinds. So you can have
It's
pear.
any fruit.
Yeah, you can ferment anything into cider. You can ferment tomatoes. Tomatoes is a fruit.
Bro.
You can.
Banana
Did
cider.
you?
Well, technically, a banana is an herb. It's not a fruit.
What? Wait,
What?
seriously?
Bananas grow on bushes and are technically herbs.
I thought they were berries.
No, because they don't have physical seeds.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
trust the farmer on this one.
Alright,
They
sure,
used
you
to,
know what?
technically.
As you guys approach this manor, first off, the gate and the wall, pretty standard. It is a tall, black wrought iron gate held up by two brick pillars with matching fence going all around, held up by brick pillars. Pardon me. That part is typical. Beyond that is where it stops being typical. The lawn is littered with wooden bird statues that are painted all these strange off colors. And just from what you can see of the front yard, you can count maybe 100 bird statues. That's you can see like one bird statue for every 3 feet.
What kinds of birds?
Roll a knowledge nature check for me.
Yes, something I'm good at. Slightly more good at.
Slightly better than everything else here.
4. Nat 1.
Not one.
You recognize. Well, let me see here. You're looking over, and that's a turkey, but it's blue. That's a chicken, but it's red. And that's a pigeon. I don't know why it's so big with its talons stretched out like that, and why does he have the beak hooked like that? But that's a pigeon. You recognize those colorings. Beyond that, you're kind of at a loss for what the rest of it might be.
See here. We got a man of culture. Look at all them pigeons.
Anyone else can roll a knowledge nature check real quick?
Yeah, the second he says pigeons, I'm gonna question that one.
Kosu got a 17.
That's
I got
not
a
a
2!
pigeon.
I
Are you sure
believe
you're gonna
him!
question it?
I got a 2! I believe him!
Kosu, that's not a pigeon, that's a hawk. That's a giant hawk. And that thing he pointed at as a turkey, that's a peacock. Painted the right color, by the way.
Kosu's just gonna look for a gap in
Roll
a way in.
roll a perception check for me
I
first.
can do that. 18.
All right. As you start looking around, the first thing you notice is the guards. There are 2 armed guards up by the front doors. There are 2 armed guards by the gate. And there are about 4 other guards paired up that are just walking the perimeter of the fence. And you also, with the 18, spot 2 other guards up on the roof with longbows.
The 2 are right by the gate, right?
Yes, in total there are
So,
10
8?
guards. 10 guards that go to
10. Oh.
I counted. Okay,
So-
I counted 8.
So they're stood at the gate. We're just stood at the gate, looking through, going, "Look at that!
This is
pigeon."
cool. Look at the pigeons.
Oh,
Yes,
I'll do.
actually-
You seen the
Well,
pigeons?
I mean, it's pretty normal. They said that people
This
gawk
is
at
why-
it. So.
a tourist attraction. This is
Oi!
basically a tour.
Kosu has an idea.
Hi,
Are
it's you.
What do you want?
Can we come in and look at the pretty birds closer?
No, you can look at the pretty birds through the fence, thank you very much.
Kosu looks
But I
up.
want to
That's
see
not
them
why
up
we're here.
close.
Say what, Kotsu?
Kosu will look up and say, "That's not why we're here."
I know. Shush.
Well, I don't care while you're here. You can't come through the fence. You can look at the yard through the fence like everybody else.
Right.
Very well.
Can you bring one to me then, so as I can look at it closer?
I don't actually know if I'm allowed to do that.
We'll figure it out. I want to know.
Is it in the rules?
Let me call the sergeant. He'll know about that. All right? You just wait here. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out this small stone. He presses it to his face like, "Excuse me, Sergeant Wickham's. Could you come to the front gate, please? We have some folks asking questions about the birds."
I want to know what that thing he is using. What's that?
Roll a knowledge arcana check.
I just need excuses to roll things. A 9.
Oh,
You don't know what that is.
nat 20.
It's a sending stone.
Ah, I see you got one of them talkie rocks.
Actually, Jack, you don't know what that is. Who got the nat 20?
I do.
Rin.
Kotsu.
No.
Kotsu knows what that is. Jack does not.
No, Jack has no idea. He's just like, it's talkie rock. Aye.
Well, it's standard issue for us, it is. As you guys are talking, you see the front door open and a short, red hobgoblin with a long, pointed, and crooked nose step out and start making his way towards you guys. This guy is in plate armor, his black hair pulled back into a ponytail, and a crooked nose that wobbles as he walks. He approaches the gate, and I apologize for this horrible accent. Well, hello there, how can I do for you?
Hello. I wanted to see the birds up close. I wanted to, like, maybe feel them, if they feel like feathers or if they feel like wood or stone.
Well, you can look through the fence like everybody else. You can. My name is Sergeant Wickham's, by the way. But no, you really.
Pleased to meet you. I stick my hand out for a handshake.
He smiles. He reaches out and grabs your hand in a firm handshake. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. I'm Sergeant Wickham's. It's my job to
Fantastic.
keep this place safe, and that's kind of my job. It is.
I keep a hold of his hand.
could
Kosu,
you-
I just continue shaking for a while. Right. I understand, but like I wanted to feel them. You see, like my eyesight's not very great, but I wanted to feel them.
Everybody
Feel.
wants to feel the birds, but you can't feel the birds. You can only look at the birds. We had a bad instance where somebody tried to feel the bird, and they tried to take the bird afterwards. And he's saying this as he continues to shake your hand, the same way, just nonplussed at all.
oh my.
So, besides the touching of the birds, do you have any more questions about the birds? I can only answer so many questions. I only know so much. Hello.
Do you have more inside?
Oh, there's got all sorts of birds inside. Some of them are alive even. It's weird. It is.
Oh,
See, now come on, you can't just tell me that and expect me to just sit here and wait for him.
so
I want to
Well,
see them.
they don't come out. You can't go see the birds.
Why
inside.
not?
You can only see the birds outside the house. That's the rules. I don't make them. I only enforce them. I do.
We'll go
Do
ask
you
the
have a
person who
book?
made the rules if I can come in and see birds.
Well, I can't do that. He's already made the rules. You're not allowed to come in and see the birds.
is it in writing?
It's
Yeah, like
in
a rule
writing.
book.
It is. It is in writing. You can't come in and see the birds. You have to be on that side of the gate. That's the rules.
Okay, so if I'm on that side of the gate, I can come see the birds.
Well, no, you don't work for us. You can't be on this side of the gate. That's also in the rules.
But
What if we
but what
work
if
for
did
you?
work for you? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if they
Mario.
work for us, if they work for the boss, you're allowed to come in the gate. But if you don't work for the boss, you can't come inside the gate. Unless the boss invites you, then you can also come inside the gate. But the boss has to invite you, and I don't think the boss has invited you.
Kosu will then stand and be like, perfect. I needed to speak with him anyway. I have information that he will find valuable.
You can go and talk to his receptionist, and schedule an appointment. But you can't really come in and talk to him yet. Well, mainly
Very
because
well.
he's not
When
really
his
here
goods have
at the
been
moment.
when his goods have been poached, I will let him
Well,
know that it is because of you and your lack of
oh, that
initiative.
won't be a thing. We're gone, the goods we are. They're still inside the house and a lock and key. They're perfectly fine and safe. I've
I
made sure of
see.
that myself, I have. And the entire time he's
Perfect.
still shaking Lysias' hand. Just
Coach,
completely
Could
unconscious.
could I roll an insight on Sue to try to figure, like, see if I'm picking up what he's throwing down?
are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Yeah, roll
That's
an
a
insight.
question. Am I
will
picking
leave
up what
that
you're?
up. I will leave that up to Koksu.
Yeah, roll an insight, and I'll let you know if you're picking up.
Okie dokie, which I think give me one. I actually always have it on insight.
Oh,
Ooh,
By the
Really?
way,
For being
yes, I
flash?
do. For being a Clash Tar Psychic Glamour, you have advantage on ability checks you make with the chosen skill, and I chose insight.
Wow.
nice. Well, go ahead and roll.
Yeah,
all right.
and
Yeah,
that's
with an
going
18,
to
you can
be
totally.
18.
Basically, what he's trying to do is because this is solely an idea that just came up when the prospect of not getting paid. But essentially, he's going to sell out the boss in order to get closer to the item so that they can steal.
I'm gonna just kind of nod and be like, "Oh, you really have some information I'm quite interested in. Well, your
Well,
boss would be quite interested in."
you can go ahead and tell me, or you can help me with the bosses.
Mm.
Either way, it would work, really. If you wanted to tell me, I could take an appropriate measure.
Kosu turns like it's too bad. His boss is likely going to kill him. Although we tried, nothing we can do.
Well,
Let's
no,
go.
it's actually in the contract. He can't kill me. It's in the contract. It is. I'm too valuable.
Okay,
Too
well, you're
valuable.
gonna get fired for. You could
I'm
get fired.
Sergeant Wickham's. I'm like the 1, 2. I'm like one of the 3 sergeants they got. And we're not a very big organisation, but we keep things running fairly smoothly.
Can you fight?
Oh yeah, I'm really good. I actually won last year's Iron Band tournament. I was back. I won this great. It's really nice. It showed me a load of scraps.
I see sparkle in his eyes. He's still shaking the hobgoblin's hand like, would you fight me?
You know, in the certain circumstances, I would, but I'm on the job right now. So far side of the fence, at which point I have to kill you.
Okay, but
What
listen.
about
So
Wait,
you
when
said
we-
your boss.
Go ahead.
What? There's 2 of you talking. I'm confused.
You said your boss is in the contract. What would you do? I mean, do you have a family to feed? What have you? I mean, you could get fired.
I mean, it's
Okay.
part of the contract that I'm already taking care of.
Yeah, but if you get fired, that contract's kind of null.
I've got a contract with the even if I lose this job, I'm still with the company. So you know, I still got a contract there.
Yeah, but what if your reputation gets ruined because we weren't able to speak to the boss, give the information that we need, and therefore
Well, you can
The
speak to
company
the
ends.
boss. You have to go schedule something with the secretary.
it'll be
And
too
I
late by then.
Well, that's not my fault then, and I can't be in trouble for something that's not my fault.
You don't.
I can only work with I can only work with the information that I only have information.
To this, so quite dedicated. Yes. Would it?
Oh, I'm very dedicated to the job. Once I take a job, I do it until I'm either fired or it's complete.
Question: if I was to pass this information off to you, would you take it to the boss?
Oh, could I say that it was arranged to get to him? Yeah, I could do that.
Cool.
It might take a few days. He's a little busy at the moment.
That's fine.
We
Tell
got
me.
some fancy new artifact in.
Tell me then. This information is very. It's not as it could be operating.
Oh, could come out Step out to hear information. Only rules that say you can't come in.
Precisely.
Yeah, I think I can make out work. I
Pause.
could.
Pause. The stream went down on my end.
Oh,
Oh,
Hmm?
Mine still shows as live.
Okay.
I actually
Let
have
me
not
Oh
check.
yeah.
remembered now.
Okay, yeah, it's back. I refreshed the
I
page
have
and
not.
it's fine.
What?
well, we're back.
Whoa.
Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Y'all
I just
picking up
noticed
what I'm
it said
putting down?
error. Stream went down in big old letters.
Chat, can you hear us?
Yeah, I just put a thing in the chat. If y'all can hear us. Okay. ATV says yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was getting some terrible connections to Discord, so I just
Alright,
quickly
cool.
swapped the
So-
server from a European one to an American one, so it's better for all of you. Yeah.
Alright.
There's a little bit of lag, but it should sort itself out in a second.
Yeah.
Cool.
Take the information. Have your friend here stop shaking my hand. I do. You go out, round through the gate, you know. No,
Yeah.
the birds had to stay on this side of the fence. Unfortunately,
Damn it!
that's in. I know, but it's in the rules.
Fine. Finally, like release his hand.
All right, so I'll be right out there. One moment. Let me go sign out, and then I'll be out there in just a moment. All right? Don't go nowhere. And he rushes inside real quick.
Code 2 will pull them into a huddle. We're gonna kill him.
No. You're doing it. Kill it.
Fine with me.
Come- on the opens the gate, steps out, and supposedly secret information.
Previously, that a lot of the guards were heading south, correct?
A column of guards heading south.
Right. There would be some area due to this that would be guards.
I mean, there aren't a whole lot of guards around right now. This area is mercenary groups, so you could probably step into an alley and talk to him.
Yeah,
Alleys are-
we'll do that.
So you guys step into an alleyway, and he follows after you. And he's like, nice and secluded area. Or is it you want to tell me? Shouldn't have had to be secrets.
Hey, hold up, y'all. Way bad.
Like
Before we get in.
What kind of lag we talking?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
ATB says it says after refreshing it got worse.
Let's see.
I'm watching it myself and I see my video.
Yeah, it's gone off. It'll be like super laggy because I've got the stream up as well.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
it
saying.
sound fine though?
I mean, the sound's coming through kind of spotty on my end from all of you, and unfortunately that's where the stream sound is coming from, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It's probably a connection issue on my end. I'm just going to see if I can faff around with my task manager and give Discord a little bit of a bump.
What if we took a break? I don't know if that's something you wanted to do, Bouncy, but since it's an issue right now, take a quick.
Assuming it was a
Just
3-hour
suggestion.
stream, this would break anyways because we're at about a half.
But we want to take a break real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Or
And we will be back in just about 10-15 minutes. I'll see y'all then.
Alright.
Cool.
I'll jump over to break
Murder a
screen.
dude in cold blood.
They can hear me. They can see my sad dog who doesn't like being picked up.
And yet here she is.
Alright. We're back.
Off you go.
Oh no, we're back. Oh, we're 10 viewers now. Hello, 10 viewers.
Did you say, oh no, we're back?
Oh god!
I'm the DM. This is panic-inducing. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, friends of affection along the spectrum. We are back, and you guys are leading poor Sergeant Wickham's into an alleyway. All right. So yeah, we're in this alleyway now, and it's this is about as quiet as it's gonna get. So tell me something. What is it you wanted to tell me? This supposedly sacred information you had? And he leans in close to hear it.
Who's he leaning into?
Just the group in general.
Right. Were you gonna lead this, Kotsu?
Yeah,
Do it.
I'm thinking of what would Kotsu do in this situation? There's someone leaning forward.
I mean, could just nod to the big guy with a hammer.
No.
No? No? Okay.
Kotsu's gonna stab him in the neck. That's what Kotsu's doing in this situation.
Roll to hit.
Oh wait, what am I doing? We have roll 20.
We do have roll 20. You don't need to roll actual dice. What's wrong with you?
Who
Do I
needs
get
actual dice
advantage,
then?
disadvantage? What's going on here?
Just a straight roll.
Bardic, you look so nonplussed.
11.
Yeah.
All right, you swing your blade, and it collides with the shoulder pauldron he's wearing, rather than his neck. It just slides right off. Oh, that's the information you had for me. You wanted to kill me. Oh, I understand. No, I get it. On guard, he says as he draws his great sword.
On God!
Time to roll initiative there.
Mates.
It's too late. Your friend just tried to
no.
kill him.
Would you believe me if I said we were testing you?
No, I wouldn't.
I'll read.
I feel like that ship has sailed. We're no longer friends yet. Hold on. I gotta get that back. One moment. Gotta get the accent back.
Why did I roll a 7?
No, I would not believe you. I believe that ship has sailed as your friend had just tried to kill me. But on guard and all that. All right, I need initiatives.
Nat 20 for 21.
Look at you.
Jack goes first.
Man,
9.
what is it today? What's going on here?
I don't know. I rolled a 10, and
All right.
Rin rolled a 6. So Jack, me,
Jack
Miri,
first.
Katsu.
Okay. And you say this guy has a sword, right?
A great sword.
Great sword, so two-handed.
What's his initiative as well too? He needs to be put in somewhere.
Jack, you go first.
Okay. What I would like to do, and what Jack would also like to do, grab my pitchfork off my back, and I want to try and disarm this guy. I don't want to hit him. I don't want to hurt him. I want to slide his sword in between the slats on my pitchfork and just twist it. Just whoop.
Go ahead and... Oh, I don't even know what a disarm would be. Let me check on that.
Isn't that a thing actually that no one uses? Is disarm?
One
Fighters can do it.
second.
It's like I think it's something you can do.
The attacker makes an attack roll. Okay, it says it's an optional rule variant. The attacker can make an attack roll. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. Contested by the target's strength, which is an athletics check, or dexterity check. So, attack versus...
All right.
Like a
because
semi-grapple.
you're just a farmer, I'll have you do this at disadvantage.
Oh, damn it. No. Oh!
Oh,
Rolled a 20 and a 2.
A 2?
No.
But
Yeah,
the first
it
one
was a
nat
nat.
20.
Nat 20 and a
No.
2.
I will argue any amount to let you not have to make me do as a disadvantage, please.
You are a farmer.
I have
He's wrestled
grappled.
bulls.
I have grappled many things with my pitchfork.
But this is a sword held by a trained warrior. There's a difference. Sorry. You failed to
Second.
disarm him.
Fine.
Do you want to move or anything?
With that, I'll go. Because I'm just kind of stood there with my pitchfork against this sword gun. That didn't quite go how I planned.
Oh, I didn't imagine it did. Sorry about this. And he's going to pull his sword back away from your pitchfork and stab towards you
Oh no.
with a 9 to hit. Does that hit?
No, because I got a 13, like in everything.
Alright, you managed to successfully bring the pitchfork down and bat his sword aside, but then he turns, using the momentum, and turns and swings at Kotsu. Kotsu does an 11 hit. So much for a trained warrior. He swings and you bring up your sword, and you manage to deflect the great sword just in time. He stares at you like, you know, I did win the Iron Band tournament last year. I'm not exactly an easy kill. So I don't know what you're doing. I thought you was trying to give me some information, but no. You want to try and lock me head off. I'm still using the head, thank you very much.
I mean,
Right, and I suppose this Iron Band was filled with absolutely useless fighters. Let me show you how you actually fight.
And Lysias, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hit him with a frickin' warhammer with
Oh no.
a 2. I rolled a 2 for a 6.
You got that 6 though.
You bring that hammer down, and he brings his sword over and just easily just catches the hammer, and just it slides down his blade and smacks into the ground. It's
Right.
one thing to be able to hit you, but you can't hit me either, so I don't know what you're talking trash for.
Cool. Okay.
Give me a moment, will ya?
No!
Hmm.
Do I have any bonus action spells? Yeah, no. No.
So, positioning wise, are we now flanking? Because if not, Kotsu will move so that he is flanking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I think it's my turn next, and if we're not flanking, I'm a flank.
It is Miri's turn next, but Lysias, I don't think is done yet.
I can't do anything else. I was looking to
Are
see
you-
if I had any spells that were bonus action, and I do, but they're not worth it at this point.
So you're done with your turn?
Yeah, I mean, I'm staying right next to this fool.
Your turn.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position myself just to be flanking with Kotsuo, and I'm going to pull my great axe, drag my finger down the blade, drawing just a little bit of blood, aka I'm invoking my Crimson Right as a bonus action, which means I'll have an additional 1d4 of, I believe I did thunder damage? Anyway, yeah, so I'll have an additional d4 to damage. Anyway, and yeah, since I'm flanking, that's gonna be an advantage.
One, nat.
23.
Not quite.
23.
holy.
You successfully hit him, your axe slamming down on the joint where his arm meets his shoulder, and go ahead and roll damage.
It already rolled. That's gonna be a 11 slashing, and let me roll 3 additional damage. Thunder, I believe.
Oh,
Why is it not?
what is tearing?
Oh, what?
Character
Yeah.
sheet.
Character sheet.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah,
As
so that's
you
an
bring your
11
axe
plus 3.
down, you catch him not on the arm where the arm meets the shoulder. You catch him where the shoulder meets the neck. And at first, he looked like he'd be able to take it, and then there's that small boop inside his flesh, and you see the flesh bulge just a bit for a moment. And he stares at you for a moment, just stares at you, and then collapses, and I didn't need that character anyway.
So is that combat over?
Is the combat over before Jack's turn?
He's dead.
Hold on.
Yeah. Y'all killed him with that one.
Kotsu didn't even get to attack.
Jack is gonna rummage in this guy's pocket to find that talkie rock.
Right. Roll a investigation check for me.
Okay, that's the same as everything else. That's +1.
Now I know how Matthew Mercer feels.
Did you make a level 1 character for this guy?
I made a level 1, a level 12, and a level 18 character for this guy.
Oh, he was supposed to keep going. Oh no.
Yes. I shall leave this land bathed in darkness.
That's a 5 on my
ripped up
investigation.
paper.
I don't find dick.
This is the first person you've ever actually killed. It's shaking your focus just a little bit.
Okay, well, if I can't find his talkie rock, I'm taking his sword.
Alright, you take his big, heavy sword, which you are not trained to use.
Nope, I'm not
Can I
trained in
write
anything.
I just want to rifle through to see like if he's got anything good on him.
Roll an
What does he
investigation check.
Oh,
I want to know. I want to know what he has. Investigation. Let me see.
Just y'all three ranks.
Yo, I know what's in there.
Yeah,
None of y'all
Nick.
do.
Yeah, Lysias would know.
I got a 21. Y'all got a 5, a 6, and a 5.
Lysias, you find his sending stone. You also find his half plate armor, and you also find about 20 gold.
Neat.
Oh, you also find a small curved dagger in his boot.
Cool.
Oh,
Jack, here's the talkie rock.
you find a key.
So,
Alright.
Jack, here's the talkie rock. Kotsu, here's your money.
Take some money.
Mary, you want this dagger?
Alright. So,
Daggers?
It's,
Sure,
it's
why not?
curved dagger. You had it in his boot.
right.
Sure.
I'll take the key.
I'm gonna try something, alright? So, what we need to do, we need to just move out of this alleyway, and then I can try it. So, where's somewhere we can move that's not this alleyway, but not totally in sight of them other fellas with the armor?
Is there end of the alleyway?
Well, you know, just like so they won't charge in towards us. You know, just move one alleyway down is all I'm saying.
I'm gonna wipe the blood off my blade before doing anything.
So can we like move like out of this
Uh
alleyway?
oh, stream went down, I think.
Ah,
Kotsu's gonna go to the end.
What?
Go to-
Stream, I think, just
Whoa.
yeah.
maybe. No.
It keeps saying I'm dropping like 10% frames like every couple of minutes, and I don't know what to do about it.
Chat's up just fine. I'm sitting here watching. I have 2 screens, so I'm watching the call here and the stream over there.
1 moment.
Yeah, I got an error message, and now it's frozen.
Interesting.
I think we're back. I just refreshed and I'm not getting any frame drops from anybody except 1 or 2 from.
Okay, yep, we're good. We're good.
Okay. I
Yeah, I
need
see.
to.
A split of some sort. Where
Okay.
2 video. Where I have a past broadcast and I have the live version.
Okay. I'll note this down for next time, and just in general, I need to fuff around with my stream settings.
It's alright. It's not a proper
It's a-
stream unless there are technical difficulties.
Those tech goblins, though.
Right?
Greatest
Gremlins.
foe.
Gremlins are actually more suit. Yeah, gremlins. Tech gremlins.
Gremlins.
So-
Gremlins.
Back on some kind of track. Can we move like just one alleyway down?
Yeah, you could probably do that pretty easily. It's, you know, a pretty big neighborhood, and you managed to move one alley over.
Okay. With that, I will take out the talkie rock, and I'll go on a little known fact about me. Back in my own village, I was known for being quite an impersonator. So, hang on. Oh, well, hello there. Captain Wiggums. Ha! Ma! This is basically it,
Wiggums?
Wiggums. I don't know. I wasn't really listening. So, just.
Sergeant Wickham's, not Captain Wiggums.
I've only got a +1. So.
Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
So that is a
We're banging his head against the wall.
nat 1
Oh, no!
on that disadvantage.
He's going to start banging his head against the wall harder.
I don't know what you did with Sergeant Wickham's, but I'm assuming this is the lot that he walked off with. Right, I'm assuming you killed him. You come back and we're gonna kill you. Do me a favor, Frank. Frank, send for reinforcements in the town guard, would you?
So
Oh no.
And then it hangs up.
Oh
to
no.
just not do what you just did.
I press it again.
That one had to be punished.
I press it again. You're right. We did kill him. And we'll kill all of yous. You'll have to come and try to stop us. We're in that alleyway. Just try it. We're bloodthirsty. Grrr.
Why you gotta sound like me?
Roll an intimidation check at disadvantage.
Grr.
7.
Grr, he's a 7. Grr, he says.
Right, stay where you are. The guards are on their way. Thanks for that.
Kotu takes the rock. He presses
Can I
it up
smash
to
the
his
rock?
As you take the rock to press it again, Kotsu, it doesn't respond. Roll a quick insight check for me.
I don't think I need an insight check to know what's going on here.
I was gonna smash the damn thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I got a 20, not a nat 20, but a 20 total.
Either they cut you out of the network, or these things only have so many charges per day.
Can I break it?
Forget it. No, it might be
You can
useful
certainly
later.
try.
Kotsu
For
said
now-
no, and he's holding the rock, so that's a
yeah.
no.
As
We
you
need
guys
to
are there,
move because somebody
marching.
just threw the entire plan out the window.
Might have helped if you told us the entire plan. And I'm gonna start.
I didn't tell you the plan because I didn't want you to mess it up.
Right.
Well,
Clearly.
Jack, come on.
You
grab him by the shoulder. And,
should have
and
thought about
bring him
that
with us.
before inviting me along.
Wait.
Alright,
I'm just gonna pick up Jack and bring him with us.
Oh,
do me
we're
a
going
favor,
on a trip.
roll a stealth check for me.
Oh
All of
no.
us?
All of us?
Hold on, are you guys going to just book it, or are you going to try and sneak away? That's the question I should be asking.
Kosu's sneaking off by himself.
I will try to sneak away, but if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna book it. If I sound loud, because I have disadvantage, I'm wearing armor. It's
I
just.
am too. I'm wearing chain. I got-
Yeah, I'm not even gonna
Sneaking
bother
away.
rolling it a second time. I'm just booking it.
Alright, Kotsu, you can go ahead and roll stealth.
I got a 15. I'm pretty good at this, apparently.
Yeah, but
got
you're being
11.
carried by Lysias.
I'm being carried very stealthily.
You're just hidden amongst my armor somehow.
I'm going to let you all know, as you guys exit the alleyway, trying to be sneaky, you see one of the city guard in heavy armor with a glaive, with his pike just point at you guys and go, "There they are!" And you see guards start moving in your direction.
Ah, crap. Kosu's gonna book it in the opposite direction.
After him!
Yep, I'm gonna run,
Lysias,
run.
did you just shout that to the guards?
Yes, I'm pretending I'm one of the guards because I'm wearing chain and I'm totally
Roll a
legit.
Deception check at disadvantage.
Deception at disadvantage. Okay, there's deception. 15 on the low one.
It's like, I don't know if I'll be a help or a hindrance, but can I help by going, "Oh no, I've been captured. Oh, it's a terrible day."
Lysias, you're gonna. Oh my god, I can't believe they got a nat 20 on their insight.
Oh no!
They look at you, and two of them lower their pikes and start approaching you. Put down the man and put your hands in the air.
I
And,
take a
for
great
the two of
offense
you
to
that-
that.
All right.
For the two of you that bolted, you see several guards take off after you.
All right. So I take Jack off my shoulder, set him down, and then raise my hands up behind me and get my hammer and bring it down on a guard.
They aren't close enough for that, but when they see you,
I'm gonna wait till they are. Then.
they aren't going to come that close. They have pikes, which have range.
Okay, well then here. They're not close enough to do that, then I guess I wouldn't be doing that because I'm not that stupid. Instead, I am going to cast Command.
Ooh! Would you
Ooh!
read that off for me?
Command. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect if the target is undead or doesn't understand your language, or if you command that is directly harmful to it. Some typical commands and their effects follow. Blah blah blah. So they need to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. The first one rolls a 15,
Okay.
and the second one rolls a 9.
The 9. The word that I'm using is capture, and that would basically mean for them to like turn to each other and capture each other. But since one doesn't, the only one does.
Interesting. Let me roll something first.
Bouncy, whilst you're rolling that, here's something which I didn't think I'd be asking. Can I whip out my wizarding book for morons and attempt to cast a spell? I don't know any spells, but I've got a book.
Oh, before you do that, Lysias, you see the guard you managed to charm turn to his friend and grab him by the shoulder and say, "I've got you now, you moron!" And they start tussling right there in front of you. Jack, I guess, roll an investigation check at disadvantage.
18.
Hey.
Oh,
At
nice.
disadvantage?
I
You
rolled
got
an
it.
18 and a
19.
19.
Wow, okay, let me check what spell you might have found in your wizarding book.
For morons.
For morons. It's a wizarding book of morons.
It's Wizarding 101. I dug it up out of the ground.
You find, I'm going to give you 3 level 1 spells that you can find.
Yes.
Expeditious Retreat,
Nice.
Grease, and Magic Missile.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
These are good. Good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't want to just leave my buddy here. So I'm not going to use Expedition Retreat and run off. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cast Grease on both these guards and make them have a dickens of a time trying to wrestle each other.
They're gonna be greased up and wrestling in the middle of the street.
Oh,
Roll an Arcana check for me real fast.
it's a dream come true.
Ah, dang it.
18.
Man.
18. Nice.
Wow.
What's your DC?
I don't know, so it'd be 8 plus...
It would be.
Do I have
Plus
proficiency?
I don't know.
Because if
Plus
I
your
don't,
casting mod.
which would
It,
be 1...
was. Hmm?
I was saying, can we get the Benny Hill music playing, by the way?
I don't have it prepared, but I can fuff around and Google it.
No, it's copyrighted. We can't actually have it.
Mhm.
All right. So what's your DC?
Do I have proficiency in this or not?
As a level 1 character, I think you'd have at least a +1 proficiency.
Okay. So
Standard.
then I would have a 10. If I...
All right. So the guards rolled a natural 1 and a 9. So both of them fail, and they are now currently slipping on the grease in the middle of the street, wrestling with each other. One of them very confused as to why his buddy is suddenly trying to put him in a sleeper hold.
That's great.
God, this is falling apart. We're gonna pause with Lysias and Jack, and we're gonna go over to Kotsu and Miri real bad, where 3 guards took off after y'all. I want you to roll an athletics check for me.
All right.
Why? Why, Dice? What have
Oh,
I
I got a
done to
nat
deserve
1
such
for
a cruel fate?
5. Oh.
You
Did
got a
y'all?
nat 1. Kotsu, what did you get?
I got a 10.
I got a rock.
Okay.
Yep.
What
Nat 1 for
happened?
5 right there.
Miri,
Ah,
as
yeah.
you run, you're not watching. You look back. You look back forward. You feel your feet hit something. You look down. There's that melon seller woman. She's looking up at you confused as your foot collided with one of her melons. It went into the melon. You're slow motion falling. Face first into the dirt. Wham!
Crap.
Kotsu, you managed to get away as all 3 of the guards stop and point their and surround Miri, pointing their pikes at her.
Kotsu turns. Fucking damn it! He pulls out his longbow.
You hands spread out away from you. Don't you even reach for them weapons.
Can I try to get up?
You can. You can certainly try.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to certainly try to get up.
All right. What's your AC?
My AC is a 15.
All right. You take 7 points of piercing damage as when you start trying to get up, one of the guards shoves his pike forward, jamming you in the side. On the ground! You don't get back up until we say you get back up.
Okay, so here's the thing about the Crimson Right thing. I lost a point of health for that one, so I am hurting kind of bad. Help!
Yeah, because we're level 1, so 7 points of
Yes!
damage. Huge.
Ugh.
And this,
Kotsu,
everyone, is how to get party wiped on the first session.
Yes.
this was what we call a series of unfortunate events.
Alright, Dice, come on. Alright, Kotsu is going to fire an arrow from his longbow at one of the guards.
Go ahead and roll attack.
Alright, no. No, RNG, come on. RNG? You know, we tight, right? Like, we're good. Right?
You
Like-
can try.
Alright, okay.
Oh yeah.
Good. I'm glad that we
Nice.
have an understanding. I got an 18.
Nice.
All right, that hits. Roll damage.
That is going to be one of these and one of these.
Things have
Hey, okay.
Ooh,
10
nice.
damage.
10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, you fire your arrow and it strikes right underneath the armpit of one of the guards, and he hits and he goes ah, and he falls backwards a little bit, and he turns to look at you before reaching down to his belt and grabbing a horn. He blows into the horn, sounding off, and just a few moments later, you hear, not far off, repeating, om. You can gather that the guard kind of just raised the alarm, might be calling for reinforcements.
Kotsu.
We're gonna pause there, and we're gonna jump back to Jack and Lysias.
Gotcha.
Jack and Lysias, you have 2 guards, very confused, wrestling in a grease pit on the floor. What are you gonna do?
You know, I think I had a dream like this one.
Yeah, me
It
too.
was
Except I was part of it. It wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
They
know
did
what?
this. They did this at the arena a few times.
I definitely had the same dream. The missus at the time, she wasn't happy about it, but
Oh shit! You hear that?
well, I'm going to assume
Come on.
I do, unless I need to roll some kind of perception to hear that very blatant sound.
That's a pretty blatant sound.
I think our friends need help.
Yeah, it's probably a
Let's
great
go help.
idea. You know, after we go and save them, I think we should have some stern words about deserting and splitting the party, because it obviously doesn't work out particularly well, does it?
I mean,
That might be a good idea. Cool.
Yeah, no, that was
Metapigeon, is
yeah.
that you?
Hello?
Now, hold on. I need fan art now of just a superhero pigeon with an M on his chest. Meta pigeon.
I always used meta crab, so I was like, whenever something meta was happening, they always like walk across the screen. Meta.
So you guys are gonna head towards where your friends went.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna cut back to Kotsu and Miri. I need you both to
Okay.
roll initiative.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Don't die. Oh,
That's
okay.
a 21.
Oh.
21 for Miri.
Isn't Miri unconscious?
Almost.
No, almost, but not quite.
Okay,
A 12 for Rin.
All right. We have Rin. We have a Miri. We have Rin, and then we have the 3 guards.
I don't have the spell slots to save my friends quite yet.
Okay. So, as my bonus action, I'm going to do this first before I do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and activate Mind Link, which is another little Kalashtar doodad. Kotsuo, you're going to suddenly hear a voice in your head, and it's going to be familiar. It's Miri. Get them off of me, and let's get gone.
Can I respond? Like that was the plan.
Good.
Maybe you
Good.
should have stayed on the ground and you wouldn't have gotten stabbed in the side. That makes this a lot more difficult.
All right. I'm gonna say that's about all the words you can get in on just this turn.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. So then what I want to go ahead and do is I want to, because I'm still on the ground, correct?
You are still. Well, actually, you managed to stand up. You are standing up.
Okay, I did. Okay. So I want to go ahead and roll an athletics check to try to knock one of them down.
It would be a contested. Go ahead and do it.
You could do contested either athletics or, oh no, it doesn't go well.
That's an 11.
You don't
Well,
need to
the
roll
guard-
good, you just need to roll better than them.
The guard got a 17.
Yeah, well,
That is not better than them.
You try to shove
No.
him, and he takes one step back and looks at you confused, like, what are you trying to do here? You're already in trouble, and now you're going to be assaulting an officer? Is that what you're doing?
no. And with that, I'll just end my turn. There's nothing else I can do.
Rin, it's your turn.
Oh boy. All
Shoot the guy you shot.
Yeah, that's about all I can do. I'm gonna shoot the guy that I shot again.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
15.
That actually misses.
What?
What?
I told you,
What?
these guys are in heavy armor.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're wearing heavy armor.
Dang it.
You fire your arrow, and it strikes the guy's breastplate and just glances off to the side.
How long does this mind link last?
The mind link lasts. Give me 1 second.
Like, I'm going to tell y'all, you guys went the bad route.
Look, my character's not smart, okay? Welcome
I'm not kidding when I say Benny Hill should be playing right now.
It doesn't.
It says as a bonus action, when you're speaking telepathically to a creature, you can give that creature the ability to speak.
Until the start of my
to
next
intelligence.
turn.
Okay.
So it's still up.
Kotsu's
We
gonna
can
be
be
like,
talking.
yeah, no, looks like you're just fucked.
I don't know if I like you very much right now.
I
So
don't
what else do you
particularly
want to do?
care.
Coach, what else?
Honestly, I should have abandoned you, and I would be perfectly safe right now. But
Coach, what are you gonna do?
Kosu's going to.
Please don't say abandon Miri.
It might happen at this point.
Ooh, I got some bad news for you.
You're gonna abandon Miri.
I gotta look out for number one.
So, you're looking out for Robbie Rotten?
We are number one.
Anyway, here's what Kosu's going to do. Kosu's going to... no, I can't do that. That'd be bad.
Everything's bad at this point.
We've
We've been here an hour, almost 2, and
The whole
already
town's
wanted
after
Oh
us.
boy.
I never thought you'd have a party wipe on day 1.
Oh boy.
You were not prepared.
Oh. Alright, gotta be pragmatic. Kosu, yeah. Kosu's gonna dip into an alleyway.
He's running it up. Go, go, go.
All right.
I would
Oh,
like
he
to
will
note
yell.
that I haven't actually hit you.
He will yell like, as he's running, he's going to yell. That's fine. This was a solo mission anyway. Thanks, thanks for taking the decoys.
All right.
just made
so
your
you end
friends
turn?
hate you.
You're gonna end your turn, Coach Will?
Yes. Can I roll a deception for that?
You can.
Nat 20.
Holy, for a 19.
Damn it.
All right.
I have too many tabs open.
Well, unfortunately for you, they seem to believe that you are indeed the real problem. The first guard looks at the alleyway, looks at Miri, looks at the alleyway, looks at Miri, and just points at Miri and says, "You ground now!" Before he points at the alleyway and his hand starts to glow. What is your AC? Actually, just let me roll.
Huh?
Does a 19 hit you, Coach Will?
Yeah. Not a whole lot I can do about that one.
Oh boy.
Guess I'll just die.
Well, guess I'll die.
Again.
You
Whoa.
take a total of 14 radiant as a glowing bolt escapes his finger, races out, turns the corner, and slams into your back.
Oh no.
Did you just say radiant damage?
Radiant damage.
Oh
Guiding
no.
Shit.
Oh
Guiding
no.
bolts. He just hits you with a guiding bolts,
Oh.
which he doesn't have to see you for. You just have to be in range.
Aren't you vulnerable? Like, isn't that like a weakness thing?
Yeah.
I think Rin just got to minus 100%. I think that's an instant death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing that we clarified before starting that we're okay if our characters die.
This is a shit show.
Oh no.
Kotsu's dead.
Oh,
Coach
That's
Will's
right.
dead.
Again.
as he dies, he's just like, "Damn you, Jack!"
See,
Just happened.
You just killed him.
What do you mean what happened? You killed him.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know he was radiant
Oh
damage.
wait, actually, wait, no.
Wait,
I just looked
what?
it up. I just looked it up. He's not vulnerable.
So
Oh,
you
he's
take
not?
14 points of radiant damage.
okay, phew. Because I was
Oh.
Dead.
I was about to kick my own ass because this means I need to change all the overlays.
He's not. He's not.
Okay. Is he
Oh my
conscious?
God.
Is
No,
he
he's-
conscious?
He's not conscious.
Just barely.
Do you have like 8 or 9 HP?
He is at 0.
That's unconscious.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah.
I thought 0 was conscious.
No,
No,
you're
zero's
unconscious. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
oh,
gonna
then
have
that
to on your
confuses
turn.
me.
You're gonna have to save.
Oh.
Yeah, you that bolt slams into your back and it hurts. And the last thought you have before you hit the dirt is, "Curse you, Jack!"
Yes.
All right,
We are. Welcome to session 1, y'all.
Oh wait. Can he do something as he's dying, like at all?
Depending on what it is, maybe.
He wants to throw his sack, which has his katana and his tanto in it, off to the side,
I'm gonna
and
say
try to make sure that his mask falls off.
I'm gonna say no,
Ooh,
just because you didn't see this one coming.
makes sense.
Because you were turned around running. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mary,
Yeah.
you see the guard who just shot that turn and level his pike at you and say, "On the ground now!" As the two other ones turn and start moving towards that alleyway at full speed, managing to turn the corner and see him on the ground, down.
I'm gonna take a knee. Yeah.
At this point, one of the guards would rush over and put his boot on Kotsuo's neck
Which
and grab his weapons to toss them aside.
there's one small problem with that.
What's that?
He doesn't have a neck.
It's all bones.
Well, he's going to step on you as he takes his weapons and tosses them aside, while the other one kneels down and casts Spare the Dying on you.
That was good.
Oh, yeah.
That yeah, okay.
Wait, hold on.
What
Let
does
me
that
check.
do?
That just stabilizes him. It
You
prevents
want
him from
to
rolling
die.
death saves anymore.
Yeah,
At
so.
this point, the round ends, and Jack and Lysias show up.
Okay, can you paint a lovely word picture of what we run in to see?
You run in to see. Oh, and you're not the only one to show up at this time, by the way. At this time, you run in to see about 5 more guards rushing in from various directions. Miri is on her knees, hands in the air, with a pike pointed at her face, and you'd come around just in time to see 2 other guards disappear into an alleyway. So now you see at least 6 guards moving in. 1 already present, 5 moving in, and 2 leaving.
Lysias.
Yeah.
Well, what's our plan here? Because I mean,
Well,
I'll put my hands up.
we got 3
choices.
choices, I think, here, Jack. We can try and run, which ain't likely.
No.
We can try and fight, which will end worse than things already are. Or give up and hope we don't die.
Matthew Mercer just liked my tweet.
Nice.
What?
What?
That's amazing, buddy.
Bro.
That's brilliant.
Sorry about that. That made my night right there. Yes.
Yay!
Oh, that's a fantastic thing to occur.
So
Alright.
what are y'all gonna do?
Well, hang on, go down them options again. So, running, which, if I'm honest, if I'm speaking from me out of hearts, despite only knowing that lass and that fella for, probably about 2 hours, give or take, I feel it would be quite immoral for me to abandon some people I hope would become close friends. Fighting,
Aye.
well, as we already shown, I'm not particularly good at that, apparently. So, surrender seems like a viable option, but not particularly heroic, is it?
No. No, it isn't.
See, now, hear me out. I don't want to metagame. I know I've been making lots of metagame jokes, but is it obvious that they have spared the dying on Kotsu?
We don't see them.
You don't see Kotsu.
Oh no, don't. So we can't make assumptions. It's like, but do they look as if they are like actively ready to kill on sight, or are they much more preoccupied with capture?
They seem much more interested in capture, but judging from the state that Miri is in, you can tell they're not afraid to put you down.
Alright, so Lasius, hear me out. We can try and fight and see if we can go down swinging, and up, if we fail, we get taken prisoner. So at least that way,
Or
you know.
die! Or die!
If we fight and lose, we're going to be executed, if not killed on the spot.
But if we just get taken prisoner, we're just going to get executed anyway. So it's kind of a...
Maybe. It's very possible that they'll just kill Miri.
I mean, we did kill that Captain Wiggum's fella, so...
Miri killed Captain Sergeant Wickham's.
Well, you know, they heard my voice, and so I probably think it's
Right,
me.
okay. Alright. Right, done with this. I'm gonna go up to the one that is, that has the glaive pointed at Miri.
He looks over as you approach, like, what do you want? This is official guard business! Step back!
And you tried to come after me earlier, and the guards realized that I wasn't the one you're looking for. So I'm here to help and understand the situation.
Roll a deception.
Technically, I'm not lying.
It could be more. I would almost argue more persuasion.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Both of them are +1.
Yeah.
But 13.
What you talking about? What are you talking about? You the wrong one. We know what we're doing here. We're arresting these fugitives. There's 2 more who are loose that we have to go get.
So yeah.
Right, and those other 2, they thought there were guards that came up to us and thought that we were them. They weren't. They started arguing with each other and were wrestling on the ground. I can show you if you really want. But I wish to understand the situation and possibly explain what is going on from the accused point of view. Lawyer the fuck out of it.
Let me roll something.
No. just do.
Sorry, y'all. I'm dying.
No, it's fine.
No, that's
looks
Rin.
at-
No,
He looks at you. He looks at Miri. He shakes his head and goes, "No, you back up. That's for somebody above my pay grade. I'm just doing my job here."
and that's me. I'm above your pay grade.
You're not part of the guard, you moron. Now
And
back
I
off
get
before
paid more than you.
Back off before I have you arrested for interfering with me in my duties.
Alright.
Right.
Sorry.
At this point, the
No,
other
you-
guards are starting to draw near and leveling their pikes
Yep.
at Miri.
Jack will put their hands up in a very submissive position. He goes, alright, mate. Sorry, can I get your...
As you start to approach, 2 of the guards break off and go move to intercept you 2,
Yep.
pointing the pikes at you guys as well. We said back off, mates.
Oh no! Don't worry. I'm not stepping out of line. I'm just, you know. Can I get someone's name? You know, it's much easier to communicate with a person who's got a name and a definable personality.
Yeah, you'll have a name when the sergeant arrives. He'll be handling you lot.
You know. All right. Well,
At
if
this point, you hear behind you, "That's them! That's the lot that was with with Sergeant Wickham's before he died."
see, slight error there on your information.
You look behind you, and one of the mercenaries who was at the gate is approaching with 2 more guards.
See, we may have all approached the gates as a little ensemble, but it was me and me alone that took out your Captain Wickham's. That was me.
Roll a deception check at disadvantage.
13 and a 12.
cackle.
The guard who was pointing the pike at Miri looks over at you and goes, "Really? Because your friend who went in the alleyway had a different story. He did something about decoys." At this point, the two guards who are behind you point their pikes at your backs.
So
Both of you on your knees, hands in the air.
I had a dream like this as well.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
You
Wait,
get the
what?
butt of one of the pikes to the back of your knee to drive you to the ground.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take the knee. I'll go down, but Jack is.
Isis, you're gonna take the knee.
I'll take a knee, yes.
Alright, as you take the knee, a couple of the guards move in to start disarming all three of you.
If I'm allowed to just keep talking here, I'm sure my friend probably did say something, but
Before you start talking, are any of you going to resist being arrested?
I'm gonna be saying whenever they take my light hammer, of just you can't take that. It's a religious artifact.
Oh, we're taking it, big boy.
You're gonna regret it. I promise you. Gajamada will strike you.
I have a holy symbol as well.
Just out of curiosity, if and when we are proven innocent, am I allowed my pitchfork back? Because that's
They don't answer you. They just take it all.
Oh, never mind. I keep saying we. I'm not innocent. I'm blatantly the one who took out your friend. I mean, quite frankly, look at me.
Anything that can be used as a possible weapon is taken off of you immediately, and all four of you are put into manacles. Soon enough, locked up tight.
I mean, I'm unconscious. Am I awake now?
I'd say you're awake after you're put in manacles pretty firmly.
So, plan didn't quite happen.
Yeah. It didn't.
I put my hands up, but they're kind of strapped behind my back, so it's a figurative. It's one of them speeches that have figures. And,
oh my god, shut up, Jack.
Whose fault is it, Katsu?
And with
mine.
that, and shut up, Jack. They start leading the four of you off further south towards where the main guard barracks and the jails are.
While we're heading to the jail, Miri is going to reestablish a telepathic link with Katsuo, and just start singing in his head badly, just deliberately. That's what you get for trying to abandon me.
I was trying to lead them away from you. Because apparently, no one can understand a simple thieving plan.
You should have explained it to begin with. Now keep in mind, this is all in their head. So that her lips aren't moving.
Thieves Guild. I don't think I should have to explain the basics of burglary.
Whose idea was it to kill the damn fool?
What would they do?
To kill him to take the key.
Oh my god,
And then
that's
we bait the guards so that they're distracted because someone gets murdered and we sneak in afterwards.
At this moment, Jack has a sudden realization. Oh, I've just realized. That was a thieves guild, wasn't it? Huh?
Hold on, time out. Can we end the show right there with that quote, please? I want to end the episode with that beautiful quote. We're gonna end the episode there with our party of heroes being led away to the dungeons, and Jack finally realizing what he signed up for. That's where we're ending the episode. It can't get more beautiful than that. Oh, I could not have asked for that session to go better than it did.
I'm also assuming somewhere, having spent most of my life sat in the DM seat, that is also Bounty's way of saying I have fuck all else planned.
Kosu has just realized why undeath is a curse.
I had formulated But there is no. That is just like the end of an anime episode right there. And it's just like suddenly the doofus of the group looks up and go, "Oh, that's what we're doing. Roll credits."
It's
Oh
like
my
it's like the collector's edition in Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship. The cut between disc 1 and disc 2 is right when Pippin goes, "Where are we going?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly that.
yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful timing.
Oh,
Okay, no, we're ending this. We're ending the session there, just because of how beautiful that is. Oh, that was amazing.
Episode 1, we
that was
fucked up.
the first one, y'all.
Episode
Get
2,
in there,
prison
spoiler.
episode.
No,
I
episode
expected
1.
this to happen.
I want to run this episode title by you. Episode 1, the shit show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, hold on. Will that get past the YouTube censors?
Not really. So
No.
episode 1, where everything goes wrong.
There we go.
Episode 2, where
There
everything
we
goes worse.
Episode 1, it all went bad. No, episode 1, it's all uphill from here.
All right, so here's what we do. We record. We don't upload the first one to YouTube. We record the second one, and we start the second one. It's
Oh
like,
no,
hey,
this beauty is
I
going.
bet you're wondering how we got here.
And then we release this as a flashback.
Very, very tempting. All right, we can discuss that later.
So do we
To
level
my
up?
wonderful- No, you did not.
Mary killed someone, and is that worth
I did
XP?
kill someone.
You
That's
cost
something.
me a character. You accomplished
man.
nothing.
Whose fault is it
Welcome
for
to
being a
the-
sergeant that's level 1?
15 times.
I didn't
Really
expect
needed-
you to kill him.
I mean, okay,
She's
Bouncy.
I was
Yeah.
ready for it. I didn't expect it.
Bouncy, I don't know what this character is, but remember, he might not be dead. Unless we dropped into minus 100%, that's not an insta kill. So he could be unconscious. He could have made his death saves off screen.
He had 7 HP total.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Oh.
7? Wait, how? He's a fighter.
He's
What
an
name?
NPC.
Wait. You said 7?
yeah.
Yeah, and you dealt
Uh.
11 slashing and 3 thunder.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, that's 14. Math. Math is good, y'all.
All right.
You dealt exactly enough damage to.
Kill him in one mighty blow.
He didn't have character levels yet.
Look.
Once
okay,
again,
I warned you. She's strong. Okay?
Well, then this will be put to good use. This will be put to good use. I can work with this. I can work with it.
Oh,
I know exactly what I'm going to do with this.
Once again, I don't want to tell you how to. You can fluff it. You can say, he had 1 extra HP, so he's not entirely dead. If you don't want to kill him off entirely, you have control
Yeah.
over this. You can do whatever you want with it.
It is more fun to torment you guys with the fact that you know this character and to constantly bring it up in the future.
Pour up
That's-
the character
alright.
sheet.
You
Oh,
did just straight up.
So-
I just.
I love the idea of,
At some
3
point,
sessions on from now, we sit down and there's just an empty
Yeah.
chair.
The
It's
worst
like-
thing is Kotuzumi's even worse when he doesn't have his katanas.
At some
like his-
point,
They're like
you
his
are going
security
to.
blanket.
At some point, you're going to come into a situation where you're going to say, "If only we knew a man on the inside."
Well.
I was
We do
trying
know
to get on the
of his
inside,
neck.
but
On the inside
of what?
Oh, that was beautiful.
My
Alright,
face hurts.
we're gonna end the broadcast here, guys. So I love
Yeah.
you guys, viewers. I love you, viewers. This will be up on YouTube soon. Oh my god, that was beautiful. I will see you all again in 2 weeks.
Alright.
Bye.
Oh, boy.
Bye,
guys.
y'all.
Later.